So what we're going to do today is I am going to share a story, a diary. We did this, a different kind of story before. This is a diary, and some of you may feel that the story is slightly familiar. This is a diary of someone in the UK in the first week of the lockdown after COVID. And I know we're all trying not to think about COVID, and we're trying to focus on good things like the vaccines are coming and so on. And at the same time, I thought this diary, it's a 7-day diary. I thought it was a great example of someone navigating a sudden change. So what I'm going to invite you to do is to listen to the story as we've done in the past and think about what character strengths you hear in all of the characters in the story. The main writer is the woman who lives in the house, but there are other people involved in this story. And just listen out for what are those strengths that you hear as we go through this. Day 1, Friday. I went into the office today and was told that from Monday, we will all be working from home for at least the next 4 weeks and possibly longer. There's no way of telling. My HR person asked me to provide a list of equipment that I already have at home, details about my internet, etc., so they can determine what they need to give me over the next few days to help me to be effective. I told them I don't have that information at my fingertips, but that I do have cable internet, I have to test the speed, and that I have a laptop that I can use. I'm stunned. 13 years I've been coming into the office each day. We even explored working from home last year, and management decided they didn't want to commit to it. Too easy for people to goof off, someone said. I have always been effective working from home, so I am excited. I get in the zone and I'm off. This could be really good. I hope it's more than a month. I will get myself set up in the kitchen with an office space and I will be all set to go. Maybe I need some new headphones now, more professional. Just had a call from the twins' school. They will start homeschooling on Tuesday. They will be home on Monday with no school. I'm sure they will love that. What about sports, I wonder? They're both so enthusiastic and active. Day 2, Saturday. We are all taking stock. My initial enthusiasm is still there. We have the laptop for me, the iPads for the twins, and my husband is going to take a couple of weeks off work until things blow over. He has said he will take care of the household stuff so the rest of us can work and study. Our internet is pretty good, I think. 20 megabits per second, whatever that means. Should be plenty, I would hope. We're going out for a family bike ride. We have not done that in years. Everyone is usually busy with other stuff. This could be a reset for our entire family. I hear others will be struggling with this. That must be awful. We are fortunate to be in such a good position to make this transition easily. Sunday, wow. We've been cooped up together for 2 days and tempers are already fraying. I think part of it is the lack of sports for the twins. I'm sure we will settle into a routine and get used to this new way of being. Day 4, Monday. Started work at 8 a.m. as normal. Then the twins came in and made breakfast. What a racket. They don't seem to get that I am working. And they have no school today. Online school starts tomorrow. Once they have a full day, I'm sure things will get better. Around 9:30, all the noise stopped, and thank goodness now I can concentrate. What are they doing? It's 10 a.m. and they're all back in the kitchen. They just ate. Now they're in the living room fighting over the TV. Why doesn't someone just use the one in the family room? This is too much. 2 p.m. I have a Zoom call. The image is all jerky. Why is that? I have plenty of internet speed. Maybe it's the people at the other end. 7 p.m. I really must stop. I would usually be cooking dinner by now, but instead I'm still working. I must stop and refocus. Day 5, Tuesday. It turns out online school is half days to start with because the teachers are not ready for a full online curriculum. Can't blame them really, no one saw this coming. The twins' classes are in the afternoon. I'm so glad they're 14 because at least they can take care of themselves with school and keeping occupied. I can't imagine what this would be like if I had small children to take care of. The Zoom call this morning went better, but the kitchen is still like Clapham Junction in the morning. What a ruckus. We need to set a better schedule and routine. 2 p.m. The twins are at school. Hubby is watching the latest news about COVID-19, the same information over and over in what seems like an endless loop. He has not moved from that couch in 4 hours and is just staring at the screen. I have to get on a WebEx call now with a client and I cannot seem to connect. Oh, I have to download something. I wish I had checked sooner. Why won't it download? I have a message saying my internet connection is unstable. What? It should be good. Uh-oh. The speed test says I have 1 megabit per second. It should be 20. What is happening? I managed to send a text to say I'm having trouble getting into the meeting, and my IT person said to reboot the router. So that is what I am off to do. Oh dear, that did not go well. I forgot that when I reboot the router, everyone else will be kicked off too. Ouch. The twins were in the middle of a class test, and hubby is irate because there was about to be an update from the COVID team. The internet is back up now, but it's still slow. I guess with 2 iPads, our phones, my laptop, the TV, and anything else I'm not thinking of connected, it is using too much bandwidth. And I wonder just how many people are working and studying from home in our neighborhood. After everyone had a meltdown, we sat and laughed. It was that or scream. This is going to be a test of our humor, which reminds me, we need to think about some ways to have some fun, maybe some family games. Jamie, the older of the twins, suggested we need a plan. Sometimes he's wise beyond his years. And Alan, his brother, put his arm around my shoulders and said, "It's okay, Mum. We'll work things out. It won't stay this crazy." Day 6. We sat down this morning and made a plan. Yay, everyone knows when they have priority for accessing the internet. I'm in the morning from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The twins are 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And my husband says he will check the news at 1 p.m. and in the evening. We have set a kitchen schedule so people are not in and out all day. And the twins are in charge of coming up with entertainment for the next week. It cannot all be movies, TV, and Xbox. I want some reading and some games too. We are going to learn some new card games. Day 7, week 1 over. Well, yesterday went much smoother. Not perfect, but manageable, and today the same. We had a couple of hiccups along the way, but I felt like we were working together more to make sure that everyone gets enough of what they need. And Jamie found a video which made us laugh. The only fly in the ointment is that hubby got a call to say that after his 2 weeks off work, he needs to go back into work in person. He is considered an essential worker and will need to be in the office physically 2 days a week for emergency care and walk-ins to the clinic. That makes me nervous. It is uncomfortable all being shut up at home, but at the same time, I was starting to feel as though we would keep safe. He has another week at home. Let's hope that things have improved by the time he goes back. At least that will be one less person on the internet. How on earth are people managing that cannot work at all at the moment or have no childcare or no internet and computers for the kids to go to school? Alrighty. So what did we hear? And I'd love to hear from a few people as to what made you think of these different strengths. So we've got teamwork and gratitude and self-regulation and perspective, perseverance. It's only 7 days long. And they've already run the gamut of the character strengths, I think. We've got flexibility, humor, creativity, forgiveness, zest, prudence. Yeah, they made a plan. It will be no surprise to you that the person who wrote this diary is a project manager. So probably had something to do with it. What else? Hope, humor. So now we're going to do another exercise, and this is more of a meditation. So I invite everybody to get into a posture where they feel well supported. Get into a posture that makes you feel as strong and solid and stable as you can be. And that could be different for everybody. We all have our different ways of being comfortable. And I am just going to take us through a very simple meditation on the character strengths, because what we're going to consider now, with your eyes closed or your eyes open, is what character strengths are you going to focus on next? So let's say between now and the next United in Strengths, what are some character strengths that you are going to think about? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the character strengths, repeating one word that's the equivalent it's from the virtues chart. And I'm going to say the name of the character strength and then one word that we use to describe that strength. And you think about it as you're sitting there, or as you're in that posture of strength, consider to yourself, how's that strength apply to me in the next 7 days? Creativity, being adaptive, curiosity, incorporating exploration, judgment, thinking things through, love of learning, systematically adding to knowledge, and perspective, taking the big picture view. Bravery, speaking up for what's right. Perseverance, finishing the things that we start. Honesty, acting authentically and with integrity. Zest, energy. Love, valuing close relations with others, whomever they may be. Kindness, expressing care and compassion for others, whoever they may be. Social intelligence, sensitive to and aware of the motives and feelings of ourselves and of others, whoever they may be. Teamwork, social responsibility, fairness, being just and not letting feelings bias decisions about others, whoever they may be. Leadership, encouraging a group to get things done together, whoever they may be. Forgiveness, giving people a second chance, whoever they may be. Humility, modesty. Prudence, not taking undue risks. Self-regulation, paying attention to and managing our impulses and our emotions. Appreciation of beauty and excellence. Awe. Gratitude, expressing thanks, being thankful for the good, even during the bad. Hope, a future-mindedness. Humor, playfulness. And spirituality, connecting to our higher purpose and our greater sense of meaning. So as you listen to those descriptions, particularly the ones about other people, thinking about which ones you're going to focus on between now and next Monday. For some people, this is a meaningful time of year because of certain religious practices. Easter is coming up, for example, Passover. Maybe you're thinking about something in connection with your rituals and your practices and how your strengths can honor those. So what I'm going to do is invite you to share, as you did at the beginning, the character strengths that you have been using today. What character strengths will you focus on this week? And I started by saying that today was about perseverance. And as I went through those character strengths and thought about the other definitions of them, the ones that related to other people really touched me. Now, forgiving people, whoever they might be. And I saw, I don't know if everybody has seen, probably not, seen a movie, a TV show called Lovecraft Country. And there's a man in there who's reading a book, and he describes the story of the book. And the person he's talking to says, how can you find adventure and excitement in that book when the person represents sort of the opposite of what you believe in? And he said, because we can do bad things without being a bad person. He was manifesting that forgiveness. Now, when we hear about teamwork, thinking about that as social responsibility, it's not just a group of people coming together to get a project done. It's all of us coming together to take care of everyone. So I'm just going to give people a moment. I see some people using the chat, some people are using the Menti. So we've got creativity, perseverance, comes up again. Judgment, self-regulation, spirituality. And then in the chat, we've got curiosity, kindness, gratitude, hope. Yeah, and of course, we are all going to use an amazing recipe of character strengths. I'll be surprised if you don't come back next Monday and say, I actually used all the character strengths during the week. I can identify times where every character strength was relevant to me.